You have entered the Chronic's rabbit hole, and Fritz, thank you so much for your Patreon membership request. You are bringing us back some septic flesh down the rabbit hole. Thank you for that. And the song name is Neuromancer, and this is the official music video.
Thank you so much, Fritz. I'm really excited to be back with some septic flesh. It has been a while. Fritz, I am so excited for Septic Flesh Neuromancer. This song is based off of Neuromancer, which is a book from, I believe it was the 1980s, a sci-fi book that has to do with an artificial intelligence computer. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Has to do with a washed-up hacker who then is hired by a cyborg and someone else I can't remember who then has to help a AI connect with a twin AI to help fight the Matrix or
to form the Matrix.
Form the Matrix.
Yes.
Sorry, forgot about that. And if you guys are as excited about Neuromancer and how Septic Flesh is going to incorporate this book into this song and how they're going to tell the story, then remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more Enter the Chronicness.
If you want to get out of the Matrix, you could join Fritz and become part of our blue pill or rabbit hole as well. To make sure that doesn't happen to yourself, Neuromancer sounds really interesting to me, and I'm very excited to see this music video opposed to seeing them live. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go.
Loving this, like...
Very acoustic-like intro.
Love his eye necklace, the all-seeing eye.
Was that normally the singer who comes out that looks like the priest guy?
I think so. I think that's the priest singer.
Yeah.
And he has his all-seeing eye necklace.
Oh. Good eye. Oh
my god. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, Septic Flesh is always amazing. I absolutely love them. They're probably one of my favorite bands.
Absolutely.
The singer's voice is just like,
And he sounds that good live.
He sounds that good live.
Yeah.
And that's something I love about Septic Flesh is whether they are live or it is like an official video or like their album, they sound that good all the way through.
All the way through.
Like all the way through.
Massive talent.
Something I do want to point out quickly, I'm just going to rewind it like 5 seconds, but this guy who, I think he's the guitarist, who has the dreadlocks.
Oh, yeah.
Just because I know kind of Neuromancer and the AI and everything.
Yeah.
His dreadlocks when he's headbanging, whether it's because way of the cinematography or whatever it is, they look like tendrils, like from a computer or something
like the
like
Matrix
that.
itself.
Like the Matrix itself.
Yeah.
So like that's just something I noticed right off the bat.
Absolutely.
And like the guy who usually looks like a priest, his makeup and everything, how they've like made him so pale, almost like translucent pale, and he has like the super dark beard, and then if you look, his head's all blacked out, and he has like the like almost like it's like veiny, almost like black veins. It kind of, he looks like an AI. He looks like a robot.
Absolutely.
Like a cyborg. And there's another person here who looks kind of cyborgy.
They're like the artificial intelligence, like personified as something.
Exactly. And that's just the makeup that they have going on. So I just wanted to point that out because that's just visually something that made a lot of sense to me. But then lyrically, he, the singer, I forget his name, but he was saying like, everyone is deciding their truth based on false morals. That was the only lyric I got.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, yes, that's so powerful. Like,
crazy, yeah.
But I love his voice because I can pick out the lyrics.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he's so, even though it's a growl, it's so clean.
So clean, so control.
So much control. Unique. And they all have so much control. Like the drummer's just going, the bassist is just pulling in these amazing riffs. Like, oh my God. It's
amazing. And I even heard a lyric where it was like being gods in the code itself.
Yeah.
So like I can't wait to kind of
and that's what we are experiencing with like Avery with his VR. It's like becoming your own god within your own world, within your own code. Like, and all these kids that are like growing up in this technological age who are able to make their own video games, write their own code, do their own things. Like Avery's testing a game for his friend that his friend's making. And his friend is literally the god of the code.
He's the god of the code.
And Avery tests it because his friend knows that Avery will find whatever way he can to break it. So it's like the perfect combination for the two of them because they both are creating their own, being their own god within their own code. So, oh my God.
This is beautiful. Hit it, honey.
Oh, beautifully done.
Oh yeah, goosebumps.
That vocalization.
Before you're gone, you stand defiant, placing your faith in neuroscience. The spark inside
Wow.
That's intense. What's crazy at first, I for some reason thought it was talking about necromancy at first.
Me too.
But then it said neuromancer, and now it makes even more sense to me knowing what necromancy is, which is just incredible. We've been talking about AI and like all these spirits that need these things to like exist and all that. And it's just crazy that now we're like listening to a song that's like attacking all these things we're talking about. Did you take any more lyrics before getting into the music more?
No, I kind of just got into the music. That's kind of all I got. There was Neuromancer, which he was singing, but then I don't know what the following sentence was after that.
Right.
But like I thought the same thing. Like I thought it was necromancer, not neuromancer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there was one lyric that the priest looking guy said.
Yeah, I thought you caught
And
one there.
I caught that one.
Yeah.
So he went, you are,
Like neuroscience something?
yes, so it was with your faith. So he was saying, with your faith and with your religion, you put all your faith into the science of neurology, neuroscience.
Yeah.
So basically, you're praising and worshiping neuroscience the same way you would praise and worship a faith.
Yeah, for sure.
And so that was something that I caught, which was just, I was like, oh man, like that's so true, because
Absolutely.
like when we're looking at any like sci-fi films, like all these AI, Terminator, all these different things that we've watched growing up and grown up on.
Yeah.
And iRobot, even like everything.
Big time.
We put all of our faith into technology, into the science.
Yeah.
And so when we're putting all of our faith into the science and into like the science of the brain, neurology, and everything else, and then when there was a German TV show that I told you about that I still can't remember the name, but and it's been told to me multiple times. I'm like, yeah, that's it, and then I forget it again.
Okay.
But basically, they take elderly people who have lots of money, and then they can transfer their brain.
Right, their
Through
consciousness.
their consciousness
Yeah.
through the neuroscience
Yeah,
and
exactly.
necromancy, and bring
Exactly.
them back to life in an avatar which is donated by someone else.
Exactly.
And so it's like, so like with this and like with the book was about, you know, these two AIs that came together to become a super consciousness to then be able to control the matrix and create this matrix.
Yeah.
Well, if you have, you know, like with I think Elon Musk has this chip now that he's coming out with where
Yeah,
you
Neuralink.
can, like, Neuralink. So if
Yeah.
you have like Neuralink, necromancy, well now you can literally be anyone. You can become anyone. You can
You
become
can get
anything.
encoded anything.
You can encode yourself into anything or have anything encoded into you.
Exactly.
Because like if you remember the Matrix, when Neo
Yeah.
got to like learn Kung Fu,
Yeah. They can download
That's
stuff
not
into
Kung
you,
Fu,
or
but-
you can get taken over, right?
or you can get taken
there is a
over.
double-edged sword of what's going on.
There's if anyone's seen the movie Gamer.
Yeah.
And what they did in that movie for everyone who was into this neuroscience, matrixy style thing.
Mm-hmm.
And like, so it's terrifying. It's terrifying, but also weirdly exciting.
It's very excitable because we're pushing the envelope as we always do as humans. Once we get a technology, we push it all the way to the end. But what's crazy is like the morality that comes out of code and how they're saying like we're so morally good. But who's setting these codes? Who are these
And
ultra
when they're having
AIs?
these like moral aspects, like with what they said, that one lyric, it's like telling yourself lies through your own moral disdain or whatever it was.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it's like, okay, we can split the atom, but should we? And that's where the issue is, and that's what humans do, is we're like, hey, look what we can do. But no one asks, but should we do that? But by the time we ask, should we do that, we've already dropped 2 bombs.
Yeah. But,
So,
but
like-
who's making the code? Because like in this Neuromancer, the guy gets taken over from these AIs. So at the end, he
Yeah.
ends up just being used as a puppet because hypnotism comes from mesmerism, which is just animal magnetism. So it's literally them changing your neurological wiring the same way that we can do through like actual
Code.
Like they're doing it through code where we can do it through other
And
ways.
like we use like for example, like I had a really bad seizure, and so that caused neurological pathways in my brain that are no longer functioning.
Yeah.
So I had to rebuild new neurological pathways in my brain to be able to get certain memories back. Some memories are going to be gone forever. Some things I can like redo stuff.
Yeah.
And we can do that today with just whatever we're doing. We could do this, for me, this was 13 years ago. But now with the way they have like these coatings and they have like these mesh things that they can actually put on your brain itself to be able to help rebuild these neurons. But now if you start getting into like the neurology and necromancy style aspects together as one, which is what they're doing with these like AI coatings type things. So Neuromancy is such an interesting concept and such an amazing song. And the way they did this so dark.
Oh, it was so dark.
Amazing. It was so dark. It was so grungy. These riffs were just like, they were really empowering and like pulling you into it. And it's like something that I could listen on repeat. One, because I love the singer's voice. And two, because it would like, oh my God, it was so good.
You loved it. I loved it. I know y'all loved it too. I think it was really cool to see this official music video, because we're so used to seeing them with like that in Mexico, that specific venue where it's like the whole orchestra in the back
behind them.
And like, so it was nice to see it without that, and then to see it just a little more heavy metal style, because the topic itself, it's like there is such a double-edged sword, where it's like, I've had my grandma who passed away from Alzheimer's, where this Neuralink might be able to fix memories and then like can rebuild that stuff. So there's a lot of intriguing good stuff that can come from all this. Just hopefully they don't throw something in you that's going to take you over, right? But regardless, I hope you guys had a good time with us. Let us know another Septic Flesh that you would love to see down the rabbit hole itself, like this, if you had a good time with us. But we are exiting the rabbit hole now, folks.
Thank you so much for this. This was absolutely amazing. Fritz, this is phenomenal. I know how much you love Septic Flesh. I now love Septic Flesh just as much. Peace and love, everyone.
God bless you.
Take care, and bye for now.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Enter the Chronicness.
Special thanks to all of our YouTube, Patreon, and Buy Me a Coffee members. Thank you for all of your support.